Life's a beach in the chopped kitchen.
That is good.
Who will ride the wave to $10,000?
Oh, yeah.
And who will wipe out? Please open your baskets. The mandatory ingredients for the appetizer course are lotus root, Treviso, guava nectar, and octopus.
Octopus, really? Dad, I need you. Oh, what do I do? What do I do?
You'll have exactly 20 minutes for this round. Time starts now. Excuse me?
I've never worked with octopus before.
I'm getting chopped.
I have no clue how to do this, but I see the chorizo. Me and my dad work with it. He taught me how to grill it. I'm gonna make sure it's nice, seasoned, and then put that baby on the grill.
Octopus I don't work with a lot. I actually work a lot more with calamari, which is similar. Put the whole thing in the water, just let the thing boil. You can put any nationality with any flavor together if you have the mind power to do it. I'm gonna make a warm Asian Italian salad. All this goes through my head like crazy. My brain's not normal.
It's probably been about 15 years since I've actually worked with octopus, and I'm not expecting to see the head. Last time I braised it, and that took me 2 hours. I don't have 2 hours, so I'm gonna grill it. I'm gonna make a grilled Treviso octopus salad. Winning wouldn't be a high note in a long, arduous career.
I'm an executive chef at this literally $5 million restaurant, and I feel proud of what I have done. You know, coming to the United States and do it for yourself and for your family. I'm thinking I'm living the American dream. I love octopus. It's one of my favorite appetizers. It's got to be tender like butter, so I'm just gonna quick sear it. I'm making a warm octopus chorizo salad. Chorizo is Italian, so I'm very familiar with it. I feel very confident about cooking here. Nothing's gonna stop me.
And our judges are the king of sophisticated casual dining, Mark Murphy, critically hailed executive chef and well-known face on Food Network, Alex Guarnaschelli, and Latin cooking is his game, and Senor Sanchez is his name, Chef Aaron Sanchez. All right, judges, another beloved member of our cephalopod family, octopus.
If I saw octopus in this basket, I would just melt down.
You know, the thing about an octopus is it does take a long time to cook it. In 20 minutes, I'm not sure what they're going to be able to do with it.
I trim the octopus, try to get a nice marinade on it, throw it on the grill. I just kind of let it go. But I'm hoping this won't be a rubbery mess.
Octopus, wow, this baby is long. I'm just gonna do it the best way I know how. So I cut the head off, and then I'm like, okay, maybe if I slice it into small pieces, the acid from the guava nectar can break down the octopus until it's nice and tender.
Chef Mona is grilling her Treviso.
I saw that.
Which is a lovely way to prepare it.
Love that.
The Treviso is sort of a bitter version of radicchio that's from the northern part of Italy.
I'm just gonna braise the chorizo for a couple minutes, release the bitterness out of it. I'm not familiar with lotus root, so I'm gonna make a chip out of it.
The lotus root has a lot of this starchy quality that's used really well, has a textural contrast.
I'm really trying to figure out what to do with the lotus root. I start grabbing rice wine vinegar, mirin, to kind of break it down a little bit. My adrenaline's pumping, my heart's going. I'm excited to be back in the kitchen.
Lotus root, let's jump out and get crazy. I'm gonna make lotus root and apple salad. We're gonna saute with a little bit of Madeira wine to go back to my Italian tradition.
The lotus fruit, not familiar with it, but I want to try to get a nice crisp to it. This experience is intimidating. It's a little scary.
10 minutes to go, chef.
I cook with moods. I cook with heart, feeling. That's how I am. I want to go fruity, tropic style. I take the guava and a touch of honey, bring a little bit of sweetness.
Anton put what looked to be about a quarter cup of honey.
I watched it and I'm like, damn.
I think Chef Anton's got a situation on his hands.
This is gonna be way too overpowering. Damn, I just gave these 3 people a blessing because I just screwed myself. Unfortunately, I dropped too much honey in my dish. And I'm feeling extremely worried. Thinking to myself, reduce down the sweetness fast. When I see a rolling, I say this guy loves his spice. And I gotta put a party in this guy's mouth. That's my job. I said, we're gonna put a little bit of spicy mustard in. I know these people better than they own their own taste buds.
This is my first competition being judged by my peers. Mona, what are you made of? I better get my butt in gear. The octopus is on, and I'm like, let's use guava nectar again and make a nice vinaigrette.
Wow, guava nectar. Oof, what am I gonna do with this? Well, in Mexico, we have guavas, but it's not one of my favorite juices. What I'm thinking is just to reduce it with the octopus liquid to get the sweetness from the guava and then put it in the oven for 4 minutes just to give it a little bit more fire.
I took the octopus out of the water. Legs were right where I needed them.
I gotta say, I think Chef Anton's octopus looks like it's reasonably tender. He's the one who gave it a good long boiling.
People walk into my restaurant, they ask, can I come out and talk to them? How many of their customers ask for them to come out and speak to them? I highly doubt it's a lot.
I feel pretty good about the way the octopus is going. It needs crispiness aspect, so I put romaine lettuce down. And now I want to make a vinaigrette. I grabbed rice vinegar, sesame oil, soy sauce, and then I just start spooning guava into the dressing.
I'm getting ready to put my plates together. I'm thinking, nice shell, a little bit of boat, so they can scoop it up and eat it like that.
This is your 2-minute warning, chefs.
I think this is gonna be a nail biter in relation to the octopus.
We're worried about this octopus being chewy.
The octopus, I take it out of the oven. It looks rubbery, you know? You don't want to get the judge's rubbery octopus. I'm gonna cut the legs as thin as possible.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry.
The pressure is just getting to me. I grabbed the octopus.
You can do this.
I started getting nervous. Oh my goodness, I want more time.
Mona's octopus looks a little undercooked.
When I was slicing the octopus, I know it's a little under. It's close.
Just seconds left, chefs. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step back.
I feel confident. I think my dish is a winner.
Marilyn's plates scare me. They look so good. Like, wow.
I look across the table and I see everybody did the same dish, 3 different styles. I was the guy who was different. It's colorful, it's bright. It says, I'm a happy guy, I love what I do, this is a party, and I'm handing it to you.
Chefs, you've arrived at the chopping block. Lotus root, Treviso, guava nectar, and octopus. Those were the mandatory ingredients for the appetizer round. Chef Merlin, what'd you make?
What I did is a warm octopus salad and seared chorizo, and on top is a crispy lotus root. Enjoy.
I thought you did a good job getting the octopus tender.
Thank you.
What is the sauce on the side here?
The octopus has so much liquid, so what I put is a little guava, so just reduce its own natural juice.
It's interesting. It doesn't really taste like guava anymore. And the lotus root, which is sliced and fried, is a perfect technique, but it's a bit of a garnish. We do like to see everything incorporated into the dish.
Chef Merlin, thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we go to Chef Mona.
What you have here is a braised octopus, grilled radicchio, and arugula salad with a guava vinaigrette. My father, he's the one who kind of started me off in the business, so I called on him to give me inspiration.
You're really nervous.
Yes, I am.
It's okay.
It's all right. The Trevisano, the grilling of it, I thought was really spot on.
Thank you, thank you.
Have you worked with lotus root before?
No, I have not.
Unfortunately, I think your inexperience with that ingredient shows here. You're getting that starchy, raw, almost potato taste.
The octopus, I don't think I would be able to eat because it's a little too tough. It really didn't get that tender.
Chef Mona, thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we go to Chef Corey.
I did a grilled octopus and a Treviso with the guava sesame vinaigrette.
Chef, how was the experience for you here in the kitchen?
I took a couple years off. This felt like my first day back in the kitchen.
What I like about this dish is that I get the flavor profile you chose, and I like the crispiness of the romaine. It was really wise of you to choose something crispy and raw to kind of round out the textures.
Great, thank you.
This is really raw right here in the middle. I'm not gonna try it.
I see the undercooked octopus. You gotta be kidding me. I'm gonna get chopped in the first round. I mean, I expect so much more of myself than that.
Chef Corey, thank you.
You're welcome.
And finally, Chef Anton.
I would say an octopus, Italian, Asian salad. I'll give you 2 different types of salad in one.
Okay.
I have an awful lot of it.
Yeah, I just realized that.
Anton, you did a wonderful job cooking the octopus. These tentacles here towards the bottom are tender, moist, everything octopus should be.
I'm sorry, I'm really having a hard time distinguishing these 2 different salads that you've done. And I find the dressing incredibly sweet. It's just way over the top. The sweetness is just killing me here.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Anton, you've been chopped.
Chef Anton, the cloying sweetness of the sauce really overpowered the dish that was just difficult to overlook. And for that reason, Chef Anton, you've been chopped.
I'm a lot better than this. The only person that beat me is me. I'll take Bobby Flay on, I'll take Emerald, I'll take any of those judges on. And they better remember my name because they're gonna see me again.
Please open them up. The mandatory ingredients for the entree round are jumbo shrimp.
First thing I see, of course, is the shrimp. Really? Shellfish? Shrimp? Am this is what we're gonna do?
Creme de cassis, black quinoa, and pastrami. 30 minutes on the clock. Time starts now.
I open the basket and I'm completely excited. I'm the pork and shellfish guy, so I love bacon wrapped shrimp, I love prosciutto wrapped shrimp. So I see the pastrami and I'm immediately thinking, go that route. My plan is to cook the shrimp 2 ways, one wrapped in pastrami, the other one seared over a risotto-style quinoa and a creme de cassis gastrique. I feel like I'm the best chef. If you don't think like that, what's the point of being here?
I want to clean the shrimp right away. I know it's time-consuming, but I'm putting on gloves because if I touch shrimp, 85% of the time I'll break out in a rash. I'm going to make a seared jumbo shrimp with quinoa and pastrami risotto with creme de cassis reduction. This is the first time that I worked with black quinoa, but I know that you have to incorporate flavor. So right away I grab the vegetable stock and pray for success. This quinoa's gonna kill me.
In Spain, they do a lot of meat products with seafood products, so that doesn't throw me. So I'm gonna make a seared shrimp with a confetti of black quinoa, pastrami, and vegetables, purple potatoes, and a cassis reduction. I definitely think I can beat these 2 guys. In Spain, I've been in some of the nastiest culinary situations that you can imagine, and I've come out of it successful. So I think I can handle it.
Black quinoa, it cooks very similar to rice. It's usually 2 parts liquid to 1 part quinoa.
You really have to bring in some flavors into it.
I just gotta get the quinoa going because I know it's gonna take time. I'm putting the juice of the shrimp head into the quinoa because that's where all the flavor is. And I know that's really gonna tie the dish together.
Shrimp head juice, shrimp head juice. Everybody's gotta have the shrimp head juice.
I really want the judges to see continuity. I'm trying to build a meal. I'm trying to do more than just put together a plate of food.
Just under 20 minutes left, chefs.
Going into the entree round, Jason is my biggest competition. I think Jason's food has a story behind it, and he's been getting a lot of praise from his restaurant, so he must be doing something right. I'm just trying to compete with the big boys here. Down the line, I won't be able to taste the shrimp, so I'm gonna put spices that I know work well together. So I grabbed the allspice, I grabbed the juniper berry, I grabbed the smoked paprika, the chili powder.
Chef Kelvin just came back from the pantry with the entire spice rack.
You gotta be careful. All those spices don't go together unless you really know how to use them.
I love pastrami. I don't want it to overpower the shrimp, though. So I decide I'm gonna brunoise the pastrami with a little bit of sage and peppers. The trickiest thing about this basket is the quinoa, because I've never seen it before. But I know this black quinoa is gonna take longer than a regular quinoa, so I better get it cooking as fast as I can.
15 minutes left on the clock, halfway done.
The nice thing about big shrimp is that you can put a really good sear on it without worrying about overcooking it. And then I can finish it in the oven. For the quinoa, I know I need some vegetables to enhance the starch and the protein. So I'd add some apples and celery and carrots.
I'm gonna fold the pastrami in with some onions and some arborio rice. I want to get it to a point where I can make it into a risotto. I have the shrimp all well seasoned and the saute pan's on the fire, so I'm ready to start searing.
10 minutes left on the clock, chefs.
The black quinoa confetti, I'm trying to get flavors of the pastrami, the herbs. The purple potatoes, pull those out, peel them as fast as I can without burning myself, and toss them in a little bit of rosemary olive oil.
I taste the quinoa. I know it's crunchy. That's one of the components that I'm gonna put the least amount of, and I'm gonna let stay in the pan until the very last minute. I turn to the left and I see that Jason's having the same problems that I am. This quinoa's killing me.
Had it on the whole time.
Yep, same here.
Chefs, you are down to 5 minutes.
This quinoa needs more time. But the judges wouldn't give me an ingredient that can't be cooked. So there's gotta be enough time this thing is gonna work. Cook!
I'm a little concerned. Jennifer just put her shrimp in at the 4-minute mark.
In Spain, the emphasis is always on not over-manipulating the product. So I've decided that I'm gonna cook the shrimp rare because that's the way they should be. I'm just reducing the creme de cassis to get the right density that I want so that the shrimp will absorb it as I'm searing them. But I'm having a hard time cooking the shrimp evenly.
This quinoa is not cooked and I know it. At this point, there isn't enough time for me to fix it.
1 minute left, chefs.
Oh my God, come on, plate this food, guys, plate the food.
Unfortunately, the quinoa has to go down first. It's the worst feeling to have, to plate something that is not meant to be plated.
There's next to no time left, chefs. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step back.
I look over at my competitors and I see shrimp cooked in a way that I would never cook them.
I am frustrated with the quinoa. It's more of the half-cooked, half-uncooked, and I know it's gonna hurt me.
Chef Kelvin, how'd you handle that?
What I have for you, I have a seared 5-spice jumbo shrimp with a pastrami quinoa risotto and a creme de cassis reduction.
I think the dish is very nice looking. You want to eat it, you want to dive right in. But you did undercook the quinoa. But I think you escaped simply because it's just on the edge of being okay. And I enjoyed the way you folded in the pastrami. I think there's some nice flavors there.
I wanted to mimic the spice of the pastrami, so I went with a little bit of cumin, I went with a little bit of paprika, some chili powder.
And I think integrating some spices to reinforce the pastrami was a really good idea. And it's reinforced by the caramelization of the shrimp head. But the one thing with the risotto, it has that raw wine taste. I think you could have benefited from adding some more butter.
And the creme de cassis, you seem to reduce it too much and it's just sort of stuck to the plate. It was a little disappointing.
Chef Kelvin, thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, Chef Jason.
I cooked for you shrimp 2 ways. One wrapped in pastrami, the other one lightly seared with stewed quinoa, apples, carrots, and celery, and then a gastrique of cassis.
The cassis is a beautiful touch. It's that sweetness, it's that acid that you got from the vinegar, which is beautiful.
The shrimp are really very attractive and cooked really well. It's just, unfortunately, I have to swim through the uncooked quinoa. It's chewy and sandy, and it didn't feel like it got a boil at all.
But I think utilizing the shrimp head juice was a great idea, and it gives a lot of backdrop to that quinoa.
I'm extremely happy with the pastrami. I thought it was going to dry out, but it sort of became more like a crispy prosciutto.
I'm not as happy with the pastrami being cooked because it's sort of like, you know, cooking beef jerky.
Chef Jason, thank you. Last entree, Chef Jennifer.
I made rare seared shrimp with a confetti of quinoa, with pastrami and purple potatoes.
I love the quinoa. You actually cooked it through, which is great. And I enjoyed the shrimp, but there's some of it that's a little bit underdone for me that I'm kind of staying away from.
I can't get past the rare shrimp. It doesn't really read either cooked properly or rare.
But I did that on purpose. I would rather it be undercooked than overcooked. If I were in Spain, the Spaniards would appreciate it.
I don't think that's undercooked. But for me, a shrimp like this, it's all about that heavy, heavy sear. There's not that caramelization that would help make that shrimp sort of the prize here.
But it's a beautiful dish. And I enjoy this quinoa pastrami mixture here. It's very nourishing.
And I've been eating 2 other dishes with the pastrami. And your pastrami is much more mild. And I think that was brilliant because this pastrami could have killed the shrimp.
Chef Jennifer, thank you.
Thank you.
You have given the judges a lot to consider. Thank you, chefs.
I think if anything, they'll send me home for the shrimp that they say is undercooked and that I'm standing beside saying that's how it's supposed to be.
I do not stand by that quinoa.
We wait.
And we wait and we wait. Oh well.
Kelvin, someone who doesn't even eat shrimp because he's allergic to it, to me, cooked a delicious shrimp with incredible flavors.
He gave that shrimp a really, really good sear with some really good spices. What I'm a little upset about Kelvin is he started off his appetizer making us a pasta, and then he went to risotto for his main course.
This guy really wants to cook a starch for us. However, if we're talking about Jennifer's shrimp, is it raw or is it cooked? And the problem I had, again, with the shrimp is I like to, take the heads off and suck them. It was like borderline cannibalism. It just turned me off completely.
I think that Jennifer did a rare seared shrimp, and I think it worked on her plate. I actually like the flavor. And she took the pastrami and she toned it down. And she married that with this beautiful confetti salad. I thought that was genius. Very, very outside the box.
Chef Jason wrapped his shrimp with this pastrami, but as it was presented, it fell off. It didn't adhere.
It wasn't as successful as it could have been had he just left the pastrami off and got that quinoa correctly done.
I couldn't get over that raw quinoa. It was very difficult, but I was really impressed by the way that Jason was able to extract the flavor from the creme de cassis. I thought he did a wonderful job.
I think one of the best things I tasted was that carrot-apple mixture. I thought that was phenomenal.
It also went very well with the creme de cassis that he made with the gastrique. Fantastic.
My dish, compared to the other 2 dishes, I feel like there's a little bit more technique involved. In terms of creativity, my meal would be the $10,000 meal.
I'm not ready to go home. I'm here for my son. Just want him to see with hard work and dedication, anything is possible.
I hope the judges understand why I wanted to cook the shrimp rare, but I'm fully behind my plate.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Jason, you've been chopped. Judges?
Jason, you're obviously a talented chef. Unfortunately, the quinoa was definitely way undercooked. And we also felt that the pastrami didn't quite work, I think, the way you wanted it to.
Thank you. Good luck, guys. I felt like my dishes were the most interesting. I'd never want to go home unless I went home as the winner. It sucks.
Please open your baskets. And you will have 30 minutes to make a magnificent entree using liquid aminos, beet greens, Alfredo sauce, and fluke.
I see this fluke that's, about the size of my arm. Oh, crap.
Time starts now.
What a gorgeous fish. I mean, it took up the entire basket almost.
To go into the second round is very, very exciting. I see the fish, I think about my father because my father was a fisherman. He passed away 4 years ago. He was a very lovable father. He just was everything to me. I want to make a linguine mare monti. It's gonna be pasta with beet greens, tomato, and a little bit of pine nuts. Mare, it means ocean, and monti means land. I'm cubing the fish, and unfortunately, I bumped my finger to my knife. I cut a little bit myself. The clock makes you very, very anxious, but nothing stopped me. Malik, I think she's the bigger competition. She's a little one, but full of pepper.
I have never filleted a fish this big, and I try to take off the head, and I'm like, I can't do this. So I see if I can get the cleaver out of the wall, but I'm yanking on it. It doesn't come out. Wow, can I have this cleaver? And finally, I give the fish head a good whack. Yes. So now I'm able to focus I need to deliver something that is very flavorful. I'm going to be making a seared fluke with roasted coriander seeds and panko breadcrumbs. I worked in marketing for about 10 years, so only been cooking professionally for a year or two. The other chefs, maybe they have a lot more experience, but they should be scared.
So far, I'm absolutely impressed with Pollock's performance. She surprised all of us, but I definitely think I'm the front runner at this point. I'm gonna make a cornmeal crusted fluke with some sauteed beet greens. Beet greens are literally the top of the root of the beet. It's one of my favorite greens. So I decided to cut the stems off, get them into a pickling solution of vinegar, sugar, and salt. The liquid aminos, I smell it, I taste it, I'm like, what the?
Judges, let's talk about this strange ingredient, liquid aminos, made from soybeans.
It's used typically like a soy sauce. It's a seasoning liquid. It's sort of the substitute for people that can't have a lot of sodium.
Adding the liquid amino to my fish, but not putting too much salt, because amino is very salty. I get the linguine, I put them in the water.
Oh my goodness, Sal is doing pasta.
I love a great pasta. It's just one of those things that excites me.
Scott Conan is very demanding judge. His family from Naples, I'm from Naples. I'm more than positive Scott will love my pasta.
I'm not worried about Sal making a pasta. I feel like he's playing it safe. I know I want to step out of my comfort zone. I just want to create a nice crust with the cornmeal and make sure that it's seared into the fish. My beet greens are sauteing with the onion and some bacon. I add red wine vinegar and the liquid aminos to give some acid and some salty flavor. I keep looking at the clock, time's ticking down, and I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with this Alfredo sauce. I go to grab some asparagus. I decide that I'm gonna utilize it with the Alfredo sauce and make like a creamed asparagus. Once again, I'm all about my game face. It's kind of my style.
I season the fluke and then coat it with the mixture of the ground coriander seed and panko breadcrumbs, and then sear it. I'm envisioning rice noodles on top of the fish, and so I put them in the hot oil. I'm making a lemongrass-infused coconut milk sauce. I add the liquid amino, which completes the sauce pretty nicely.
She's cooking right now. I love it.
Pollock has a diminutive sort of presence about her, but she's very focused.
I think these big guys are very intimidated.
Growing up, if there were things that quote-unquote girls weren't supposed to do, my parents would always let me, so I'm quite fearless. I'm thinking my dish needs a starch, so I try to make potato chips by making thin slices of the potato and then throwing them in the fryer.
Chefs, we are now down to 5 minutes. The Alfredo sauce is a jarred product.
It's such an easy thing to make. There's cream, there's butter, there's Parmesan cheese. So to buy a pre-packaged Alfredo, I think is a cop-out.
This Alfredo sauce tastes like spoiled milk. I don't want to work with that, but I have to. I just decided to put a little bit in the greens to give it a little bit of creaminess.
It's good. You got an instant cream sauce there.
Now, Pollock also used a little of it in the beet greens.
I sauteed the greens with the Alfredo sauce, but I'm realizing that it's a little bit salty. So I go back and chop more greens so I can just compensate.
My secret to make a perfect pasta, do not overcook pasta. No. I put some of the sauce in a pan. I put the pasta in there with the sauce. Then toast the pasta. Every bite you're gonna taste the sauce on your pasta.
My fish is finishing up. My asparagus is gonna come out great. I'm adding a lot of freshly cracked black pepper to my Alfredo sauce. Time's treating me well.
Chefs, 1 minute left to go.
We're gonna get 3 different dishes with 3 different points of view here.
This is exciting. This is a good round. I love watching great chefs cook.
I garnish my dish with a little bit of parsley and olive oil and a black pepper.
I'm not letting my guard down. I am frantically plating.
Follow through with your plans, chefs.
Because of time, I have to just throw the fried rice noodles on top of the plate. It's kind of an accent.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step back.
I'm confident. For sure, I know that they will love mine, but Pollock's dish is looking great, and Steve's dish too.
Chef Pollock.
What I've prepared for you is a seared fluke with toasted coriander seeds, a lemongrass-infused coconut milk, and creamy greens.
By putting the Alfredo sauce in with the beet greens, you created that sort of gratin, cream spinach feeling, which is wonderful.
Do you taste the liquid amino?
I taste it. Is it in the sauce?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
I
in the
taste
coconut sauce.
Amino, I get it. It's in there.
The way you cook this fish is masterful. This is how fish should look when it's cooked properly. The proteins have just come together and coagulated, but the vermicelli, it doesn't add a lot to the dish.
The vermicelli was just to give texture, since I got feedback from the last round that I should have a little bit more texture.
These are superfluous and it's sort of a product of being nervous, but I love the potato chips.
Thank you, Chef.
You're interested in going to the dessert round?
Absolutely.
Do you make desserts ever?
No. It's my weakness.
Chef Pollock, thank you.
Thank you, Chef.
Next up, Chef Steve.
Prepared a cornmeal crusted flute, beet greens 2 ways, and a black pepper creamed asparagus.
There's something you managed to do here, which is create really big flavors, but also have nuances at the same time, which is difficult to do.
I thought it was wildly creative to put asparagus with the Alfredo sauce, but would have liked to seen these greens cooked a little less. I think they're hammered a little bit.
I mean, the beet's done 2 ways. It's just so smart. Fish is cooked perfectly, but the cornmeal, it doesn't really get kind of cooked, so I would have cut the cornmeal with some flour or something.
I mean, I was definitely shooting for some texture there, but I understand what you guys are saying.
Thank you, Chef Steve. Chef Sal.
I made you linguine, Monti. I sauteed the greens with a little bit of pine nuts and Alfredo. And I marinated the fish with the liquid amino. I'm very confident with the pasta. That's what I leave it for.
Fish breaks down, and I have it in every bite. I love the way that the beet greens are integrated. This is such an Italian sensibility, but would have liked to see the parsley more integrated into the dish.
I would not have put that liquid amino in the fish. I thought that would have overpowered it, but it doesn't. The balance of this dish is it's just terrific. Criticism, never put black pepper around the rim. That's very 80s. You want to get rid of that habit right away. You're so good that you don't need to do any of this nonsense.
Next time I put it in my pocket.
Everybody's waiting to hear what I say. I eat a lot of pasta. I have Italian restaurants. We get a lot of pasta here, and it's always... I get upset because people don't know how to cook pasta, right? I love this, man. It's just correct, you know? Yeah. And there's nothing else I could say about it. It's just correct. This is hands down the best pasta that I've had here.
Thank you very much. I cook with my heart, with all my heart. And I know how to make desserts.
I mean, really, 3 delicious dishes we just got, you know?
Please step out once again so they can decide how to work this through.
We put them in the best spot, but it's good.
I'm proud of everybody. It was awesome.
A judge like that tell you one of the best pasta I never had. I mean, it's not a piece of cake.
It's going to be a very tough decision.
So how are you going to decide?
I have to say, I think this was the best round that I've ever experienced in the chop competition. 3 fantastic dishes.
Each chef understood the beauty of that fluke and how precious that fish was.
Nobody made a major error.
Pollock's dish, her mistake was she put fried vermicelli on top. Totally unnecessary, but it didn't in any way distract from the plate.
I really didn't like the crust on Steve's fluke.
And I thought Steve overcooked the beet greens.
But he definitely achieved huge flavor and then nuance in every single component. I think the best bite was that asparagus with the Alfredo sauce and the black pepper. Really, really tasty.
I want to go to Sal. And he did an expert job of timing the pasta, getting just enough sauce and just enough of the ingredients from the basket in. However, it was definitely out of his playbook. Out of the 3 chefs here, I think that he was the least creative.
Are you guys getting close to any kind of consensus? I don't know where you're going.
I think we got it.
The fact that they love Sal's pasta scares me a little bit. I still think that it'll be me and Pollock moving through just based on the fact that his wasn't necessarily as creative.
I don't want to go home. I'm going to make a delicious dessert.
Chef Sal, you've been chopped.
Chef Sal, all the food was exceptional in this course. And in your case, we felt all the elements were really harmonious. We just wanted to see a little bit more creativity, so we had to chop it.
I'm sorry, but I think you'll see us all at your restaurant one of these days.
Oh, please. let me know. Good luck, guys. I leave the competition not as a winner on the paper, but there is nothing more satisfying than to see the judge pick up your dish of pasta and eating like this. They say they want to come to visit me at the restaurant. I feel great.
Please open your baskets for the entree round. And you must use crab legs, sweet vermouth, green asparagus, Mexican wedding cookies.
Oh, no.
Use these 30 minutes wisely. Time starts now.
Okay.
When I see crab in the basket, I think what's better than seafood pasta? I'm making a crab and asparagus pasta with a little Mexican wedding cookie crumble on top and a sweet vermouth and lemon sauce.
What he's making?
Is he making pasta? There's a great risk in making pasta from scratch in 30 minutes, but you know what they say, no risk, no reward.
Looking at the components, I'm thinking I want to use the potatoes to give starch to go with the crab legs, you know? I'm making a crab leg hash with sweet vermouth and beef broth. So I grab some potatoes and some beef broth, and I reduce that with the sweet vermouth. Oh my God, potatoes, crab legs, vermouth. This dish is crazy. Maybe so crazy that it'll work.
Wow, these are big. When I see the crab legs, I'm thinking, oh man, this is home for me. I was born in Jamaica, and we love crab. I'm making a crab and sweet potato chowder with coconut vermouth broth, pickled asparagus, and a seasoned crumb. So I'm grabbing sweet potatoes because the sweet would tie everything else in. My parents decided to move from Jamaica when I was 3 years old, and there were a lot of high expectations put on me. Winning Chopped would mean that even though I did not become some collegiate scholar in math or science, my parents could still be very proud of me. Man, at least I could pronounce everything in this round.
So, judges, what do you think of this basket?
Well, I mean, crab, asparagus, I'm liking this basket. And Lucas is really trying to step it up here. He's making a pasta, which is amazing.
But I think he's getting really flustered. This is the third time he's gone and gotten some more flour.
The pasta dough just doesn't seem to want to cooperate with me. I realized I didn't weigh out the ingredients properly, and now pasta is a little too dry, so I add more eggs. And then I realized that the nerves caused me to add a little too many eggs. So now I need more flour.
And chefs, 10 minutes left.
Oh my God. The Mexican wedding cookies are so sweet. Good. And I'm thinking, well, I'm gonna make coconut vermouth broth, and the cookies could add a lot of texture to it.
Behind. There's a big difference in the skill set when it comes to a restaurant chef and a private chef. I think Josie doesn't go the extra mile. She just makes things that anyone can pretty much make in their home, whereas restaurant chefs make great things.
Personal chefs have the worst reputation because people feel like, oh my gosh, they couldn't hack it in the kitchen. And so I feel like I'm here on Chopped today to stand up for personal chefs. We're here and we're working just as hard as you are.
I have a weird idea. I'm going to crush the Mexican cookies in the jus. I think it'll give the jus some body, some sweetness. With the asparagus, I'm gonna give them a quick blanch, so then I can quickly saute them and then use it as some type of garnish. Every day I go to work, I think about my brother Hector. You know, he is the main reason I have become a chef. For quite some time, he didn't let us know that he was ill with the AIDS virus, and it just happened too fast. And I mean, I miss him, and I'm never gonna forget him. I want to win for him.
All right, chefs, 5 minutes left.
My dough is ready now. So I'm cutting the pasta into strips, then throw it into the boiling water.
interesting. In the first round, we saw that Betsy had, with 6 minutes left, she had her plates ready to go. Now we have under 2 minutes left, and she hasn't even started plating.
Time is running out, but I know I can slow down and concentrate this round, so I use every last second. I throw in the crab meat into the hash, toss it around, and I start plating.
Time. 1 minute left, chefs.
These cookies, they've been there a little too long.
Smell it. It's burnt the cookies.
So throwing away the burned ones, I'm keeping the ones that actually survived the heat.
Oh, I think he's gonna try to save some of them, but...
And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step back.
Time's up, and I look at my plate, and I don't think there's enough crab. I'm not happy with the plate.
I look down, and then it's staring me in the face, this huge crab shell just right there. Why can't I just reach and take it off? And I look at Lucas's plate, and I'm just like, did he make pasta? Oh my gosh, I'm done.
Chef Betsy.
I made a crab leg hash with asparagus, with some carrots, and I used the cookies to make the roux for the vermouth.
It's a hearty, delicious dish. You actually work the flavors very well. And the asparagus, I think it's been cooked perfectly.
Thank you.
Yeah, but there should have been a little more crab in this dish. This is more of a potato side dish for me. It's not really a main course. And you didn't clean the crab very well. I've got some pieces of cartilage from the inside the crab.
I'm confused a bit here. You're calling this a hash?
Yeah.
To me, it reads like a stew.
Right.
For a hash, I'm thinking onions, bacon, crispy.
All right, Chef Lucas.
It is a crab and asparagus pasta with a Mexican wedding cookie crumble on top, served with a sweet vermouth and lemon sauce.
You know, I take my hat off to you making pasta in 30 minutes. I like the lemon and the fresh herb with the crab is delicious. I like the idea with the Mexican wedding cookies. However, there's a burnt, acrid taste on them. And even though the pasta looks good, it's thick and it's tough.
I like the flavor of the crab, but I didn't get much crab in my dish.
You managed to get the flavors together beautifully, and that was great. The biggest problem I had with the crab is I took 3 bites of this, and in each and every bite, I got shell.
Final entree, Chef Josie.
Chefs, I have for you a crab and sweet potato chowder with coconut vermouth broth, a asparagus pickle, and a seasoned crumb. And I gave you a nice entree-sized portion with the crab and such.
I like the competitiveness. You've pointed out quite clearly how much crab meat you gave our dishes compared to the other two competitors.
It is an entree, right?
I really enjoy the flavors, and I like the heat you put in the Mexican wedding cookies. It was very smart to do that. It's plenty crab, and I love sweet potatoes, but I think this dish is really represented in the sweet way, a little bit too much with the crab and the cookies.
So tell me, this wasn't the garnish, right?
Yeah, sorry about that.
I mean, why is everybody giving me shells? Why am I so special today? It's not edible. The coconut broth is beautiful. I love the fact that you used coconut along with crab because it's a beautiful marriage.
Chef Josie, thank you.
Thank you.
Chefs, the judges have another tough choice to make. Please give them some time. Thanks.
Oh, boy.
That was tough. Those crab legs are, tricky.
We all 3 got shells in there. It's just like, oh, man.
I saw it, too, like, after it was plated, and I was like, oh. Yeah. Can't touch it.
So, judges, cookies plus sweet vermouth plus asparagus plus crab legs. How did that all add up for you?
I think they fared pretty well this round.
Well, you got to give it to Lucas for making fresh pasta, a gutsy move.
I agree, but the pasta was lumpy, it was chewy. He spent so much time on the pasta rather than on the ingredients of the basket.
I kind of disagree with you. I think that, spending 20 minutes on pasta is important because it takes that much time.
I think with Betsy's dish, there was a depth in flavor. I thought her asparagus was cooked perfectly. It added a wonderful, crunchy texture to the entire dish.
I thought Betsy's dish, it wasn't a hash, in my opinion. It was a potato that got mushy, and then she added vermouth and the Mexican wedding cookies, which is a great idea, but it reduced down and it got this syrupy, and then the crab just got drowned out in that. I would much rather have eaten Lucas's slightly tough pasta.
And then, of course, we have Josie. She really went through the crab. Of course, you got a little bit of shell, but I think I had a lot of crab in that dish, and I was very happy. I thought that sauce was interesting.
I gotta go with like my gut feeling here. I think that Josie's dish it looked good and it was like a chowder, but it was so sweet. It was like eating, you know, a dessert. It's just too much sugar.
It's intense, but I want to try to do a dessert for them and try to win those $10,000.
The pasta, it was a little thicker than it should have been. But the fact that I've done so well so far helps me to believe that I'm just gonna smash the next round.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Lucas, you've been chopped. Judges?
Chef Lucas, making pasta from scratch was very ambitious. Unfortunately, it wasn't executed properly. And the little crab meat that was there had a lot of shell in it. And for these reasons, we have to chop you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You guys have good. I'm a little disappointed. I mean, I took a risk and it didn't pay out. But I feel that I have made my father and Alex proud. I did my best, and that's all I can ask for.
Open your first basket. And can you make a splash with a deluxe seafood platter?
I have a seafood platter at my restaurant, so I feel pretty comfortable with it.
What is that?
Coconut chutney.
Ay, ay, ay.
Coleslaw mix and deviled egg boats.
Eggs? This basket makes some sense with the seafood and the beach, but throwing in deviled eggs, I don't understand how I'm gonna even incorporate that.
20 minutes to work. Clock starts now.
The theme is beach bites, and I'm so thrilled. Australian beach food is all about seafood. That's light, fresh, and easy to eat on the beach. So the deluxe seafood platter is pre-cooked seafood. So I decided to take the shrimp, the lobster, and the langoustine and make rice paper rolls with a red miso crema and a coleslaw salad. So to make the filling, I take all the seafood and mix it together with some fish sauce and some lime juice. I know beach food, and I think this is going to be a good round for me.
Judges, a day at the beach for you. Can we talk about why it is such a pleasure to enjoy seafood when you're by the sea?
I grew up on this ocean in Sweden, and we used to eat crab. It was the natural product that we relied on.
Right. And when I grew up in New Jersey, we called it going down the shore.
Oh. Yes.
And there were many, many seafood houses down there. You're sitting oceanside and eating clams, steamed lobster. There's nothing like it.
When you go to a place where there's a little shack on the beach and they're grilling a piece of fish and throwing it on top, it's easy, it's simple. That's what beach eating is.
Right.
I'm right at home with this theme. My girlfriend is from Playa del Carmen. I've spent tons of time down on the beach, and owning a seafood restaurant will give me an edge. So with the deluxe seafood platter, I go in the direction of tempura because I can absolutely see myself sitting on the beach eating some tempura lobster and just watching the waves rolling. I'm gonna make a tempura of snow crab and lobster claws with a little Thai-inspired slaw and spicy remoulade. I like coconut chutney because it's spicy, it's sour. I start working it into some sugar, champagne vinegar, throw in some julienne red onions so they can get nice and pickled and sweet before I mix them in with the rest of the slaw.
So a beach bite for me screams out very light, very simple dish. So I was thinking a summer seafood roll. But Rachel beat me into the rice paper. So I grabbed corn tortillas. We're gonna go taco route. I'm going to make grilled assorted seafood with coconut slaw on a taco shell. I am removing all the meat from the seafood platter, and I take paprika with a little bit of oil and go straight to the grill.
I love the seafood platter, right?
When you go to a restaurant, it's always very expensive because it's all the expensive ingredients, but there's a reason, because they're so good.
I think you could get a good bisque out of here. I would take some of the meat, the langoustine, some of the lobster, put it to the side, take everything else, get it in a hot, hot pan, put a little tomato paste, deglaze with some cognac.
So good.
Try to extract as much flavor out of it as you can.
I know seafood because I work for Rick Moonen, the godfather of seafood. So I know that shellfish stock is a great thing to make out of the shells. So I'm making a shellfish stock with a cold slaw with an egg yolk dressing and a warm shellfish salad on top of that. So to make this shellfish stock, I'm adding in ginger and fish sauce to try and give it that little bit of brightness that I'm looking for when it comes to beach food. My advantage here is that I can outmaneuver the rest of the competition just by using my brain.
All right, chefs, 14 minutes on the clock.
So to continue on with my coleslaw, I chop up some Thai herbs like basil and mint, and I add a little bit of fish sauce.
Splash of fish sauce.
For my remoulade, I take the filling from the deviled eggs, and I mix that with a little bit of Korean chili paste, mayonnaise, and then I add some scallions, and I add a little bit of lime juice to kind of counterbalance the fattiness of it. When it comes to competing, I'm the calm but very serious chef. I know what I can do is better than what the guy next to me can. I think I'm what all chefs should strive to be.
All right, so if I was to make a soup, would you just take that deviled egg and float it on the top since it's a little boat?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
My sister and I always used to fight over who got to shake the paprika onto the deviled eggs. And we used to say, who gets to put the devil on the eggs?
Nice. Oh, I love that.
So the deviled egg boats, this is the curveball. They're dried. I'm like, what am I gonna do with you? So to make my coleslaw mix, I'm adding the egg yolks, and I'm going to add a vinaigrette mixture with my rice wine vinegar, sriracha, and I add soy sauce into the mix. So it's gonna be an Asian taco. I am very, very experienced. I formally got my training from Nobu. Nobu is a high-end seafood restaurant, and I'm pretty confident that I can ace out everyone.
To make my warm shellfish salad, I dice up some bell peppers and some red onions. I saute those really nice and hard. Then I throw my shellfish in with a little bit of butter and really just kind of try and let the seafood shine.
The coconut chutney is sweet, sour, salty. That is good with a nice coconutty texture. So I decide to mix it with the seafood and stuff it inside my rice paper roll. So I start dunking my rice paper in water, broken.
To me, I'm a little worried about Rachel because she seems to be soaking her rice paper, but you gotta soak those for quite a while to make them nice and tender.
Nah, broken again. Every time I pick them up, there's pieces falling off, broken again.
But having a little trouble.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of starting to get panicky.
All broken.
Please don't. Oh my God. I just keep dunking them and eventually find enough pieces that I think I can use to complete the rolls. Let's go. So now I'm gonna make a red miso crema with deviled eggs to serve with the rolls. I add sour cream, red miso paste, and rice wine vinegar. The coleslaw mix is mostly cabbage and carrots, so I wanna add some more life to it. So I add some arugula, some red onion, and I dress it with a little olive oil. Behind.
The coconut chutney will be a good addition to the slaw, so I put it in there. And then I start grilling the corn tortillas to give that nice grill marks and to intensify and deepen the flavor. When I look at the clock, I see that I'm running out of time. I need to speed it up. It's just nerve-wracking.
So it looks like Sean is a little behind the 8 ball here.
He has 3 basket ingredients that he has not dealt with.
So there's 3 minutes left. Just trying to rush to make my slaw. I add in some radicchio to give it a nice little bitterness. I'm gonna use my deviled egg yolks, the coconut chutney, and anchovies to give it a real nice hearty dressing. And then I really want to fry these langoustine heads, so I decided to go straight in and hope for the best. Done.
You gotta put stuff on the plate.
The judges are yelling to put everything on the plate, but I'm keeping the tempura off to the very last minute because I want to make sure that it's crispy and hot at the end of the round.
1 minute on the clock.
1 minute, and David is putting stuff into the fryer.
I'm a chef that's in control at all times. I know exactly what I'm doing, and I know that I'm going to finish.
Right behind.
This is not a beach vacation.
No, this is nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
All right, chefs, that clock is ticking away, folks. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step back.
Good job, guys.
I'm kicking myself that my rice paper rolls fell apart, and I see David's plate, and he's plated it so beautifully that I'm starting to get nervous.
I'm feeling very confident. My flavors are beautiful. I'm looking down the line at the other chefs, and I'm thinking that I have a very, very good chance of winning this.
Chefs, there was nothing relaxing about banging out a dish from that first Beach Bites basket in just 20 minutes. Your ingredients: a deluxe seafood platter, coconut chutney, coleslaw mix, and deviled egg boats. Chef Rachel, what have you made?
I made lobster and shrimp rice paper rolls with red miso crema and a coleslaw salad.
So what inspired you to go in this direction?
So I'm Australian. We do eat a lot of seafood, especially if you're on the beach. You know, you kind of want something you can pick up while you're drinking and it doesn't kind of slow you down.
I really think this is delicious. The coconut chutney's in the spring roll,
the
right?
roll,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love that you put it in there. It brought out the freshness of the chutney. And I love the salad, too, that freshness. I think it's creative for a beach theme.
I actually like a lot how you worked with the slaw, that it's almost raw with arugula for bitter. These are flavorful cooking. And however, the beauty with the roll is if it's rolled right, so it stays tight. This one opens up and kind of like you can't eat it properly.
I agree, and there is definitely too much of your crema, and it's just a little bit too rich on the palate. But I gotta say, the flavors here are really, really good.
Thank you.
Chef Rachel, thank you. Next, we go to Chef Sean.
So I did what I'm calling a beach bum salad. Peppers, onions, and shellfish on top with a little shellfish jus, and then a little fried langoustine head.
I like the bitterness that you brought in. The radicchio, the slaw adds that, and it's a very nice surprise. And I like the sauce. I think that's nice and shows elegance.
Yeah, that broth was delicious. Is there ginger in there?
Yes.
So good.
I agree. The best thing on this plate was that little drizzle of shell reduction. It was so developed and so good in such a small amount of time, but there wasn't enough, so the ratios were off.
Yes, chef?
Yeah. And I think that the seafood got a little hammered, a little bit overcooked.
Chef, why would it be meaningful to you to win the competition?
I work at a seafood restaurant for a celebrity chef in Las Vegas. And us chefs that work behind the celebrities don't really get a whole lot of recognition and credit. So winning this competition will really show what I'm capable of.
Okay. Chef Sean, thank you. Next up, Chef Paul.
So what we have in front of you is a grilled assorted seafood taco with coconut slaw. Rachel bit me to the rice paper wrapper, so I sorted to that grilled tortilla.
When did you first start learning about seafood?
When I was younger, growing up in the Philippines, there's like 7,100 islands. You know, seafood's kind of like in my blood.
Paul, you made a beautiful seafood salad. The balance of flavors was just absolutely delicious, but I feel as though your tortilla is taking over the flavor of your beautiful ingredients inside.
I agree with Mark 100%. That was yummy. It had coconut chutney, it had herbs, it was really moist. And then you have an undercooked tortilla shell to carry all that delicious crab and lobster.
A lettuce wrap would have been great, right?
Paul, you know, if I would not eat the tortilla, there's some really great flavors. You know how to cook really, really well.
Okay. Thank you, Chef Paul.
Thank you.
Finally, Chef David, what have you made?
I've made a tempura of snow crab and lobster claw with a little Thai-inspired coleslaw underneath and an egg yolk remoulade. I was really trying to balance, you know, doing it at the last minute because I didn't want it to get soggy before it got to the plate.
That was good strategy. And to me, the lobster's very successful, but the crab is super soft in the middle. The rest of the flavors on the plate are great, though.
Thank you.
I love the remoulade. I think it's great, but the acidity level on your slaw might be just a little bit too high.
Okay.
I think the vinegar does get the better of the coconut chutney here. But you had conceptually such a smart dish, and I love your flavor profile.
Thank you.
And if you were to win the 10,000, any plans for it?
I'd probably use it to buy my girlfriend a ring.
Nice.
Really?
Sweet.
Alexandra, I'd like to ask you to marry me.
Wow!
Okay.
I've
think that's our first proposal.
That is definitely our first proposal. Wow. Chef David, thank you.
Thank you very much.
A quick break now while the judges do their thing.
Pretty disappointed about my dish, that taco thing.
I feel pretty good. I really grabbed a whole bunch of stuff as fast as I could. I'm glad that it worked out in my favor.
I wish I would have kept it a little more simple. I think I just tried to do too much at one time. But you live, you learn.
I wish I grabbed the rice paper right away, but hopefully the judges will see it past the taco incident.
I think I could get chopped just because my tempura batter wasn't as crispy as I wanted it to be. If I make it to the next round, I'm definitely going to give myself a little more plating time.
Chef Sean, you've been chopped. Judges?
Chef Sean, we loved the broth that you made, but there was very little of it. And we felt that the seafood was overcooked. So we had to chop you.
Thank you. It definitely feels very frustrating not being able to go on and prove yourself. But it was a great learning experience, and I can only get better and come back and just rule it.